Yo, what's up? What's up, Josh? What's up, Delta? All right, let me bring up the most important news, I guess, which is the 850 update. There we go. What's up, Josh? I'm gonna check this out. I'll probably do like 2 flights and then call it done. So Dave on the Discord shared this earlier today, and so I read through it a little bit. It looks like there's a bunch of updates here on the TBM 850 from Black Square. Hey Dave, hey Rudy, what's up, Based? Dude, I checked the update. I'm sorry you didn't win for the 3rd time in a row, Raccoon. They did put your screenshot in though. They couldn't have you be the 3 time. They got a limit, I guess. They got to give someone else a chance. Hey, Deuterino. They got to give someone else a chance to win the screenshot contest, I guess. So, one thing I didn't notice here is, in looking through these release notes, the word bug does not appear in these release notes at all. And also, if I click right here where it says v1.1 update, this goes to another more change log style screen. Oh, there are. Oh, hey, here they are. Okay, I'm wrong. Oh, damn. Okay. On the last page. Okay, I stand corrected. I correct myself. There is a list of bug fixes. Awesome. I don't know if they said anything about the radar. I think maybe earlier I looked for FPS or something like that as the for my keyword. I was looking for like FPS or performance improvements. Correction. What's up, Adrodder? There it is. So anyway, it looks like there are a bunch of bug fixes here. Oxygen consumption rate. Oh, interesting. Change the panel config files to reference the new working title 530. So I don't know if this was actually an issue, but I guess this might be for people that don't have the 530 installed in the marketplace, which is just a little script or an add-on that like points you, that makes sure all third-party planes use the working title 530. I don't know if there were any conflicts though, because I have that installed for sure. You need to turn it on first. Feels bad. Altimeter. I'm not going to read through all of these. Let's just see if any words pop out at me. Oh, green elevator trim at takeoff band now corresponds to correct trim position. Center of gravity adjusted. Okay, so I guess the green area they had on the takeoff trim was in the incorrect location on the physical trim ribbon or whatever you want to call it. The takeoff band. So that'll be interesting to look at. Actually, let's just hop in the plane in the hangar real quick and look inside the cockpit to see that. Switch camera. So down here. Okay, cool. So I don't know. I feel like it was way smaller than that before. And way higher up. Like there was a lot of nose down pitch. So it looks like it defaults to this location here around, I guess, 12 degrees or so. That doesn't look different. I don't think by default that it was in that band before. Is that the only change? Is that now it's in that band? So it's still towards the top of this. I do know that before this was more, maybe just this was down in the center more. Now they're defaulting it up there. Maybe that, I don't know. But it says the green elevator trim band corresponds to the correct takeoff trim position. The white line looks different. Yeah, it didn't used to default to being in the green band, if I recall correctly. See what else we got. EFIS power switches modified, some LVARs for people that code the internet and stuff. Those of you that get super crazy with the external controllers and all that I don't really know about. GTN 750 will now work with ground. What is ground? I don't know what ground clearance mode is. Volume for autopilot disconnects were increased. Battery off annunciator light will now illuminate when the GPU is selected. Oh yeah, I think I ran into that during the checklist where I was looking for that annunciation and it wasn't there. Main generator will not produce voltage until the starter motor is disconnected. Autopilot will now enter pitch holding mode when engaged with no other modes active. It will now enter pitch holding mode when engaged. Oh, okay. So it's just the default pitch hold mode. So I guess it didn't have that before. I don't know if that changes how the autopilot panel looks. Well, it wouldn't change the panel itself. I guess it would change the annunciation. So maybe on one of our two, like our what is this called? An EHSI and like our attitude indicator and our HSI. One of them has the autopilot mode digitally on it. So we'll see if it says PIT or similar when we first engage the autopilot. That's probably the expectation there. Transponder state will now be set to standby when loading in cold and dark state. Standby radar altimeter has a DH annunciator light. Was rendered inoperative and its functionality has been restored. So that's the standby radio altimeter over here. I guess there's a light associated with this now. Okay. And fix crew and passenger oxygen. Oh, I read that one. Okay. So then the main things besides that, dude, there are so many new features. It's kind of crazy. So there are a lot of aerodynamic changes. I'm not going to go into all of these, but we'll just see how it flies compared to how it was before. But it looks like they made a lot of changes for it to be more realistic as far as the aerodynamics and the performance goes. Increased takeoff torque effects and less floating. I read that, I think, in a couple places that on final, it's supposed to float down or get down to the runway easier. You're supposed to, when you bring the throttle to idle, it's supposed to plop down a bit more easily than it did before instead of all the floating. And then, yeah, they added some like icing improvements. This is also crazy. Yeah, this part, it says ice on the windows will crystallize from the outside in. So like the outer edges, as you can see there, I guess. And they also said something about having improvements coming to future Black Square aircraft as well for the de-ice boots and how they behave, or maybe how they're animated. Then they added St. Elmo's fire. So you can actually see this if you're at high altitudes and in like a convective situation or whatever, like in a bunch of convective activity, and it says that you'll actually see this. Kind of crazy. I guess we'll have to fly up to our ceiling and see how it goes. And then, yeah, the wheel chocks actually do something now, it says. So the chocks keep the aircraft still so you can release the brakes, and you can retrieve and deploy them in the baggage compartment. So I guess you have to make your way to the back of the plane in the baggage compartment. So I assume that means like at the back of the cabin, not in like an externally open baggage compartment. There is one near the rear of the plane, isn't there? Or is it all inside? Probably getting my planes mixed up. I'll check that out too. Improved exterior lighting and new strobes. I'm not sure that I'll see any of this since I have an add-on for lights. Yeah, so that's cool. We got the regular development update. I didn't really go into this too much. I don't know that much happened. I really just scrolled down here to look at the new products, so we can see what's all new in the marketplace as well. New releases. I didn't even know this existed before. There's all these colored flashlight replacements that are like $2.50 each, or I think there's a package of them you can buy. Yeah, right here, $5 on sale. How was it $44 before? I guess if you buy them all individually at full price. Yeah, so they were like, yeah, anyway, I guess you can customize your flashlight color. It's kind of cool. I don't know if that's something that real world pilots do. They have different colored flashlights for in cockpit use, but there it is. Bunch of scenery and stuff, livery bundle. Oh, these are new Caravan liveries? DC design. America, nice. Oh, this is a whole pack. $14 for 6, 7, 8, 9 bundles. Yes, yeah, red lights are easy on the eyes. Yeah, absolutely. If you want to wake up and go crazy, switch it over to blue light. Premium flashlight simulation. Yeah, so I won't go through all these, of course, but I guess there's a ton of Caravan liveries you can buy that are on sale too. 15 bucks. I mean, that is a ton though. I mean, 9 packs of liveries. Which ones are the coolest though? A lot of them look okay. There are like professional ones or like real world company ones. Like I saw a Delta one. Oh, this one only has 2 in it. All right. Anyway, moving on. What is this? Wow. It's $1.99. From 1906, where it took its maiden flight, flew 9 times. Cool. All right, then we got the flashlights. We got some more regional liveries. Stealthy Duck, the Foulmouth Air Park. I was looking at some of. Oh, I'm gonna wait for the. What did you guys post? The is it called the Juice Goose or something like that? That ATV that Parallel 42 made. Looks so funny to play with, but I kind of want to see if it's going to come out in the marketplace in the next couple weeks. I think their other stuff was in the marketplace, I believe. So I'll probably wait for it to come into the marketplace. What's up, JJ? Do I go real world flying with your girlfriend at all, ever? I did. It's been a while. It's been like a couple years now, I think. Like COVID really threw it for a loop, and I think it was like a year after things calmed down, we took a SR-20 and flew it around, or she flew it. I was in the back. Her and her instructor flew, and I backseated. But it's been a while. Can't believe you haven't gotten the bug to chase your PPL yet. I know. I was just thinking, like, if I have another layoff and if I get laid off again for my job, which has happened a couple times in my career. Maybe I'll like just be like, all right, that's it. I'm going to go now. I'm going to go take a discovery flight because that's the right time to get into wanting to get a license and spend all the money, especially here in LA where it would cost a lot to get a PPL. Yeah, backseater for life. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's, I used to ride motorcycles, and I really enjoyed it, and I calculated risk kind of thing, kind of like flying a plane, and I really loved it. I don't know if I would like it or not, but when I was a passenger on a motorcycle at one time, even after riding a bit, it kind of terrified me. So I don't know if that's kind of the same thing. Like once you're the person in control, it's less scary. Or I should say that when I was a passenger on a motorcycle to actually go buy and pick up my first motorcycle, a friend of mine who also rode took me on the back of his to go get mine, and it terrified me. But once I had my own for a while, like I was no problem. I had been on the back of a friend's bike here and there to go pick mine up for maintenance, and it was kind of hilarious. But then it was totally fine. I was not as freaked out as a passenger after doing it myself for so long. So I'm wondering if like an airplane may be a similar feeling where, yeah, if you're the one that's in control, or at least you've been in control for a while before you have that experience of flying yourself, you think it's terrifying, especially when you're in control. Yeah, then you have the responsibility factor. So yeah, I'm not sure. I was definitely not like deadly terrified of having passengers when I used to ride motorcycles. That was fine. I practiced a lot. I didn't have anybody on the back until I really had like years of experience and knew what I was doing. So that that wasn't an issue. But yeah, I don't know. Who knows? What's scary is the unknown. I don't know. I don't have an answer, I guess. I haven't done it yet. Oh, sweet. We got a car. Seen a bunch of these popping up. Is just kind of hilarious that people are making cars, and that off-roading one that Parallel 42 made looks really, really fun. A J20. That looks interesting. All right, that's enough. Let's go try the TBM. All right, where should we fly from? My OnAir Company is not looking great right now because I had set up this rocks on the ground thing for my last OnAir Company video, and for some reason when I click it, I get an error message, and I think it's because OnAir Company had some updates. And yeah, so when I click this, you can't see it, but there's a little pop-up window that says an error occurred. So I think because it is kind of coming out of beta soon, these features, they've made a bunch of updates recently, and I think that may have effectively killed this base camp that I just made last week. My original one is still around though. But anyway, I'll just do freelance jobs tonight just to use it as a route finder and find somewhere to fly, and you can see how the TBM feels, how the 850 feels. Delta says, not sure it helps Kip to put dying in all caps next to small planes. Oh, Jocko, in Northern Canada, they're dying for pilots to fly. Yeah. I'm also like far enough into my career that I think that it would be kind of nuts to even consider changing careers. Like, I've had a pretty fortunate career, so I think yeah, I think it wouldn't be like a career change situation unless maybe it's like a midlife crisis thing. Who knows? Can't be a midlife crisis when you're 23 years old, though. Am I right? Or 104 years old, like I am. Mike says, my experience is that I'm not scared when I'm in control, but I actually do have a fear of being a passenger in an airliner. Kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how many people are fully comfortable. I'm not young. I'm not that young. Deuterino asks what I do for work. I've had a bunch of different positions, but I pretty much work in tech. Just say I work in tech. That's vague enough. You're 40. That's how old I am. I forget my tag age. JD says I'm in the same boat. Would love to fly. I'm 41 now, been in my business since I was a teenager. Starting over is hard, especially with a family. Yeah, got it, yeah. Yeah, no family here, but yeah, it would feel, I'm kind of invested in my career at this point. I mean, I have been for a long time, so yeah. And T says, what are you going to be doing for group flying this weekend? I don't know. I just picked from that World Tour site and fly along with you guys, so we have a variety of things to do. If you find something on that site that's good, I like that site a lot because it I like that site because it just takes a lot of the work out of it. You know, all those routes are submitted by other people, so it's kind of fun. Actually, let me check real quick. I don't think I want to do a VATSIM flight right now, but I am curious who's online, and I'll probably do a group flight day this weekend and a VATSIM day this weekend. Let's check the good old SimAware and see what we got. Boston Center, as always, on every single night with tons of coverage. We got Toronto on and Chicago. Chicago's center is KZAU. Anyway, Midway is like fully staffed. Delivery ground tower and approach and center. We got a Seattle and LA center on as well. Actually got SoCal approached. What's the site? It's worldtour.flights. Deuterino, you just turned the big 30. Still want to get into aviation. Yeah, 30 is like the new 18. You're like barely starting your life. I have shoes that I bought that are older than you guys. What shoes last that long? Sounds like a good purchase. I'm just gonna pick a random airport. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick something kind of random and just get a quick. Just fly somewhere in like maybe Utah. Find a slightly smaller airport. Is this Logan? Here we go. I'll just pick this one. KLGU, Logan Cash. And let's start at a small parking spot here. And then I'll just find something in OnAir. We'll just see how the TBM feels. It's been a little bit since I've flown them. Kip, you should be writing and designing training materials for business. Very good at it. Younger generation has no idea how to read directions or manuals themselves. It is, you definitely have to be really interested in something to want to open the manual, that's for sure. I definitely don't open the manual for everything that I use or read or anything I'm interested in. I have to be like very, very interested to open a manual myself. So yeah, the G1000 is not I've definitely looked at that manual a lot, but I guess if you're in the tech world or do anything technical, you're kind of used to reading release note style things. So documentation's not unheard of, you know? It's kind of part of your day-to-day. I got the Have a Great Dave livery going again. Oh yeah, I removed I think it was Enon who sent me the mod to show the co-pilot, but one of the updates they made to the TBM 850 is that if you add a passenger weight of more than 70 pounds or 70 pounds plus, it will show the co-pilots allegedly. So wait a minute, that's not even, it's not happening. Okay, maybe it's an option somewhere. Let me go read that release note again because I got to see the dog. Is it 70 or 75 pounds? Looking for it here. I swear I read that in the... Here we go. It says the default co-pilot character can be toggled in. Oh yeah, it's the crew music switch. Oh yeah, there you go, Dave. Yep. Dave said it while I was reading it as well. So there's a co-pilot music switch over here. Crew music. There we go. Yes. What's up, buddy? I feel like I want to change him out here and there too. Delta says, at 55, I'm too old to progress to airliner pilot, but 30 is pretty young enough. Under 10 years to legacy carrier if you're committed. I think when I was first getting into simming and stuff and learning the basics of ATC, I was like, oh man, I should become an ATC. Maybe I could, you know, become real world ATC if I'm super into it. And there's an age limit for that, so. Oh yeah, you have to be 30 years or younger. Is that right? 30? 31 years old before 35. Oh, 35. Can be hired up to 35 years of age. I don't know. There's conflicting information. You gotta love Google. Most of them say 30. Well, here's the FAA. 30 or below. Cannot be age 31 as of the closing date of the vacancy. Okay, that's for the trainee program. So 56 for ATC? Okay, but it looks like you can't get into it unless you're 30 or younger. Hey, here's another one I'm looking at. It says, yeah, retire at the age of 56, and the FAA will not hire anyone older than the age of 31 because they want people to have a 25-year career path. So yeah, if you're over 30 or 31, which I may be, then bam, you can't be ATC. I guess you just end up being a VATSIM controller and wishing you had real world experience. That sounds like so much work. I was reading the VATSIM training thing on becoming ATC and the whole training program that goes along, and I was studying that for a bit, and man, it is crazy. It's so impressive that people can do that, even with like VATSIM. It's absolutely nuts. Hats off to all the VATSIM controllers. It's crazy. You wouldn't want to? It's like military. Go wherever they put you. Oh, no. I didn't know that either. So you're not, you're like moving for the role to get hired. Let's change this dog out. No offense to the bulldog, but sorry, Bubba. Should I put a cat in there? I mean, you gotta like the corgi. Bagel the corgi. Border collie. Oh, I'm going pit bull. A good friend of mine has the most adorable pit bull. She's very, very sweet. All right, well, that's cool. So this is doable for everybody now without a script. You just hit the crew music switch down here, and you can throw your, and you go download the Got Friends dog add-on. I think that I still have that in the link in the description. So, yeah, let me go search a quick freelance job and get this thing going. We'll see how it feels on takeoff and on landing. Oh, you can't transfer if your location is short on staff, even if you want to move. Well, I guess the military comparison sounds pretty accurate than Delta. All right, let me go to freelance, search for jobs. We'll just find a cool airport to fly to here. And let me put where I'm at right now. We're at KLGU. LGU. I forgot, I pinned that like all stream last time, the one airport, then forgot to update it. Oh, you learned all that from talking to controllers at Oshkosh. Nice. I haven't really been to like a proper air show even in my life. The most real world like flying stuff I've done outside of going with my girlfriend a few times is like going to Flight Sim Expo 2021. All right, let's see where these are going. Oh, Kennel? Wait, didn't we fly there before? That looks like way too far away. We're definitely not doing a 1,000-mile flight here. All right, this one's 130. Let's do this one. Oh, this is coming back here? What? Somebody just scream? Hold on one second. I think I heard a scream. I'll be right back. Okay, maybe I just made it up. Spooky. All right, so we got, why does this one go KLGU? Oh, these are sightseeing. Okay, here's a medical, off-road medical mission with precise location. Should I try one of those? Let's see where it is. Oh, is it in the woods? Where it's in the mountains. Oh no. Incident location. It's like near a river in the Caribou National Forest. This seems like a bad idea for a TBM. If it was on a road, I would probably go for it. No, let's not do that. All right, here's a quick cargo one. All right, this is going to Rock Springs. Size 4 airport, only 125 nautical miles. Let's take that. 4 passengers. Helicopter, yeah. Someday I'll try to learn to fly a helicopter. This will be fine. We'll do this one, and this is a short flight, but this will, you know, this will serve the purpose of seeing how it feels to take off and land in the TBM post update. Is that in this? Hold on, I gotta rewind a second. Is that part of this song? Am I crazy, or is that like a screaming sound? Right there. What the heck is that? Yeah, that sounds like it. What? I thought that was a scream. Oh my god. Yeah, it's in the music. What is going on? All right, let me unlike that. That is super weird. That doesn't fit the rest of the track at all. What is going on? What's up, underdog? The screams in the music, yeah. That's so weird. Why would they put that in there? Art. Time to get the hearing checked? No, I heard it. It's in the background at like 60% volume and I heard it. Doesn't that mean my hearing's good? It's been a while since I got my hearing checked, but it was exceptional for my age is what the person said. I definitely have a little hearing loss in my left ear from playing music. I think I like stood next to too many guitar amplifiers or something in small rooms. But it's been several years. I went and got my hearing checked because I had some crazy vertigo-ish thing happening. That was part of the diagnosis. Was checking ears and doing hearing tests as part of it. It's been a bit. All I had to do with was the Cawthorn exercises, which I guess were developed in like World War I for pilots to cure their dizziness. And I did that for like a week and then it fixed it. I thought I was like having a major medical problem and that's all it was. Kind of crazy. Science, man. Oh, this is a route. Orny, Rod, Sabino, Mike, Baxter, EB. All right, we'll just, I'm going to choose the 900 for this. Let me put TBM 9 here and let it fill in the rest. What is BPPV? Benign positional vertigo. Yeah, I don't know if they told me it was that specifically. They might have told me what it was, but yeah, they basically said that my vestibular nerve was damaged in my left ear and that I had to retrain my brain. Benign paroxysmal. Oh no. Oh no, this is like a speech test. We're talking about hearing test. This is a pronunciation test now. The tables have turned. Benign paroxysmal positional vertigo. That's different. Well, whatever it was, it basically made me feel off balance for like 3 months. Like I was walking. I was using public transportation for a while for work, and when I was doing that, it felt like every time I stepped off the curb, like off a sidewalk into the street to cross, I was like, whoa. Sorry, man. But yeah, luckily it just got cured after doing some eye exercises. Oh, you get that in an elevator? Brains are crazy, dude. That's the most mature thing I have to say about this subject. Brains are crazy, dude. All right, generate the flight. Let's get our fuel estimate here, 971 pounds. Here's this plethora of waypoints. Dude, brains. All right, let's import that. I'm just using the TBM 900 estimates for now. This will be fine. And let's not use Navigraph this time. I'm just gonna. Oh, I guess it's built into the 850 or the GTN 750, so maybe I will. I'm not gonna open the separate app though. All right, minus 10 hours. Sure, why not? How do we get this thing started again? All right, start tracking. It's gonna reset the time for us. All right, let me check these guys first. Prop is full idle or full forward. Let's get this thing started. Let's see, what number goes up to the top? Okay, it's 4. All right, let's turn our strobe and nav on. Ignition to auto. Battery power. 4 and what's good here? 6. All right, boost pump on, manual. Back up here. Get the starter on. Oh. All right, waiting for our 12%. Okay, fuel. Wait for a
Your flight
50%.
will be monitored until you land and shut down.
Can you import from SimBrief in the CJ4? Yes. You can. You have to go hit the menu button and then go to like, I forget the sub menu, but it is in there. You have to enter your numeric SimBrief ID. But yes, you can. All right, there's 50%. Starters off. Generators on. Gyros. Let's go put our aux pump to auto, fuel selection to manual. Bleed on auto, fan flow auto, fan only. How high are we flying this flight? 25,000 feet. Set that guy over here. Good enough. Get our AP trims on, radio master on, EFIS on. And pitot heat on. Let's go high idle. All right, testing the autopilot. All right, utilities. Actually, where is the import here? Flight plan menu. Import, there we go. From SimBrief. What's up, Tim? You know, I think in the next few days, somebody is going to upgrade from their stool to the plastic chair as far as membership icons go. Should be pretty fun. And Sushi, who is the artist who makes all the emotes and stuff and the badges, she, all the graphics for everything on the channel and everything. She's working on 3 more emotes because you guys keep unlocking them. So there's actually 4 spots I can fill now, but I have 3 of them. She's going to make one for toga, just a simple toga in text. There's going to be an oof one for when I mess up. And then there's going to be a smoking taxiway sign that is a cigarette. It's like, looks like a regular taxiway directional sign, like where it would say FBO this way or Alpha this way. But instead, it's just a cigarette and an arrow. So that'll be our first smoke 'em if you got 'em kind of thing. It's what the couch captains do. All right, let's see if all this got imported. Just a bunch of waypoints, no procedures for departure or arrival. And it's got our VNAV altitude estimates in there as well. 25,000 feet for our cruise. So let's flip that in here. 25,000. All right, and we got our parking brake on. I guess we can check these wheel chocks out. So it said that you go to the back of the plane to the cargo area as a way to pull the chocks in from outside in or inside out. Okay, yeah, they're right back here. Oh, you just click them back here. Nice. That's really cool. Awesome. All right, that's easy enough. I kind of like the position. That's cool. It gets you back into the interior of the plane a bit, so that's neat. So yeah, apparently, yeah, you can put these out and you can take the parking brake off and you're not going to go anywhere. You can test that real quick, I guess. Let's turn the parking brake off. There we go. Not really seeing any movement there. I don't know if how much this pulls forward anyway when you just have the chocks out and the parking brake off. The stool looks like a cow udder. I know, it's a little bit weird. It is a little weird. Maybe we can make it like zoomed out more or something. But yeah, it does look kind of funny. It looks very funny. But that's just, you know, the ugliness kind of, that factors the motivation to continue as a member for more than 1 month, right? It's a clever design decision. Ha ha ha. The updated version. Yeah, what's up, Kevo? All right, so I don't know if there were major changes besides that. I mean, as far as what we can click right now. So yeah, we just put the chocks back in by shimmying back here and clicking behind here in this cargo area. There we go. Wheel chocks are stored again. Let's get the parking brake back on. All right, let me set this to 2,000 feet a minute. So supposedly there's just more realistic aerodynamics with the plane. So we're going to try those out. The major one seems to be when you're coming into land, it's supposed to float less. So we'll see how floaty it feels on our landing. Oh, the exterior lights. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I I have a mod on for the lights, so I think you'll just see my replacement lights anyway. So I'd have to go out and uninstall that mod. I paid for something in the marketplace that was, yeah, more realistic lights. So I don't think we'll be able to see the other ones, the ones that they've added. Easier to shed speed. Yeah, there was a bunch they wrote about on final. Let me see here. Yeah, the floating. Increased prop drag for less floating. Increased stability in gusty or turbulent conditions. And improved torque and ITT tables for more accurate performance. So I don't know like our fuel flow or anything like that well enough to know. To be able to like experience the difference, I don't think. Increased takeoff torque effects and accurate trim position. So they said that this white line used to be like down here by default. Now it's up here, and I always found that I needed to keep it down here. So we'll see. I'm gonna leave it alone for takeoff, and we'll see how it feels. Speaking of takeoff, I should go takeoff on flaps there. We'll just see how it feels in its default position, because before I had to not move it into that more nose down position. All right, flight plan. Let's check if we got any charts here. Waypoint info and charts. Bring up our airport info. There we go. And SimBrief recommended what for the takeoff runway? Runway 35 and then 27 for our arrival. I'm just going to put that in over here. Oh, can we select a runway here? No, I'm too used to the G3000 now. All right, so runway 35. Let's go back to charts. All right, so 35's right next to us. Look at that. 352 on the heading indicator. Let's change that around. 352, and let's see if there's like an obstacle departure procedure or something like that. Down to here. It just says runway 35 should use the Orny departure. All right, let's check that out. Right, split departure. The Orny 1. All right, obstacle departure procedure, runway 17 and 35. We're going to use 35. Our elevation here is 44, almost 4460 roughly. And runway 35, climbing left turn to 12,000. Then we have a radial to a VOR. That is the Brigham City VOR. We're based off that VOR. Right turn, another one. Left turn. All right, let's just load the departure. And then so we need a climbing left turn to 12,000 first. And then for here we go. For climbing in visual conditions, cross Logan Cache Airport at or above 9,000 feet. So we're going to depart and then I guess come back and go over the airport again. Wait, what? Really? Climbing left turn to 12,000 on the radial 059. So that's over here. So we depart this direction. And then radial 059 is on a 239 bearing over here to Brigham City. And then after that, it says right turn to the 012 radial. So that's this radial right here. To Orny and then left. And then it says, or if you're climbing in visual, cross the airport at or above 9,000. Where's the, aren't we at the Logan Cache Airport? Yes, we are. So does it just want us to do a box climb in visual conditions? Climb to 12,000 via the radial 077 to the VOR. Which, is that one even depicted? That's interesting. I don't know the answer to this. Yeah, it says for a climb in visual conditions, which I believe we're in. Yeah, it is very clear out. Climb in visual conditions. Cross the airport at or above 9,000 and then climb to 12,000 via the 077 radial for the Brigham City VOR right here. All right. Well, this isn't about departure procedures. I'm not going to Google it and answer now. So let's just put in... We will put in this one, though. The Orny 1 at runway 35. Just so we have something a little more realistic. All right, runway 35, 4,900 feet. And then we're supposed to stop at 12,000 feet. Orny intercept. Okay. And it doesn't have any altitude restrictions here, but it does say to climb to 12,000 feet first as part of that departure procedure. 12,000 and then a right turn. So once we get to the VOR, we do a right turn outbound on the radial 012 radial to Orny intersection. And then left turn and left turn to the VOR. What? Orny. Left turn back inbound. Yeah, there's just so much terrain around us that it's having us... So it's having us come back inbound either way. That is interesting. This is, I wasn't expecting all this. Anyway. We'll just climb like crazy. All right, let's go. Taxi light is on. Strobe is on. Pitot heat is on. Flaps are in takeoff position and our trim is in the new default position. So let's go over to runway 35. I was going to say 36. And runway 35 is like right next to us. Let me bring that chart back up for taxiing. Three five is just right here. It looks like we just enter right here, right? What? It just says 35 Alpha. Oh, it's behind us. I am smart. It looks like there's a way to get there from right here. Is this just a display section? This might just not be accurate. Oh, yeah, it is. All right. Cool. We got a little shortcut, I guess. I think where Dave is where where the actual taxiway is, or the actual intersection there is to get to the threshold. But we got this nice, realistic or not, we got this nice little football field worth of concrete here just for us. Oh, you guys are already up. Oh my god, I'm so slow. Oh, whoops, altimeter. There we go, 3022. All right, runway heading. Anyway, we'll just see how this thing performs. Trim is at the normal spot here, so we'll see how it feels taking off, how much back pressure we need. There's 50 knots. There's 60. 75-ish. 80. Ooh. Okay. Feels a little... Do we have a crazy crosswind right now? What is our crosswind right now? It's only 5 knots, but I really feel it. Definitely, that crosswind is only 5 knots. That feels more intense than almost any other crosswind I've felt, I feel like. Especially on takeoff. This is going to take some getting used to for sure. Alright, flaps are going up a bit late here. Alright, we're at 500 AGL. Alright, let's get that autopilot on in heading mode and vertical speed mode. 1,300 feet per minute. Let's go up to 2,000. Let's get up to 140 knots. Go a little higher than that. A little faster rate of climb, I mean. 2200. All right, there's about 140 IAS mode. Okay, I don't think I've seen this either. It has an armed nav mode as well. Oh, I'm on VOR1 for my heading. Nice. All right, let's turn towards our first waypoint here. Failing the departure procedure. Yeah, I mean, they said the majority of what they did was, or I don't know if it was the majority, but a lot of the focus seems to be on the aerodynamics, so it definitely feels different. That crosswind felt like it affected the plane a lot more than I remember any other takeoff in it feeling before the update. So that's pretty awesome. All right, 7,400 feet. All right, still climbing at 140 knots. We're just going all the way up to 25,000 feet for our cruise. We're still on heading mode. Let me get back over here. Yeah, we just have so much terrain around us, so this departure procedure is interesting. Something I'll probably look at afterwards just to understand it. But that's cool. We just want to get to our landing faster so we can just feel how less floaty this thing feels like. All right, coming up on 10,000 feet. How is my taxi light on? Oh, because my switches are in the wrong position. Excellent. There we go. Always good. All right, so nav mode is on. Looks like it's capturing it. There we go. Cool. I don't know if that nav mode, if that arm light right here was in operation before, but I haven't noticed that until just now, so that might have been a change as well. Yeah, definitely the new aerodynamic. Like, I noticed the aerodynamic changes immediately. Like, just from that takeoff, it looked like a 5 knot. I don't know what the exact crosswind component was. Maybe 3 knots or so, 3 to 4 knots. But I definitely noticed it. Very, very noticeable. All right, we're gonna make a right-hand turn at the VOR now. It'd be cool to go check out the lighting as well. Like, maybe for the second flight, I'll just find somewhere that has the worst weather right now. Maybe I'll just change it in the sim itself just to shortcut it, but it'd be cool to see St. Elmo's fire and see the new icing effects that they've added too. All right, 12,000 feet. And we're completing that right-hand turn now. What was the name of this one again? Brigham something? Brigham City. VOR. And we got Orny at 16.9. It's an estimate though. These aren't, these altitudes are not part of the procedure. They're all white, so they're just being estimated by the Garmin. And then it's having us turn back. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to proceed to Orny. So I'm just going to hit activate leg here as if we'd done the full reversal back around again. Okay. Should be making a right-hand turn now. It's turning us to the left though, for some reason. All right, heading mode to save the day. See where the course is, autopilot. That's where we're supposed to be going. Maybe I confused it a little while it was in a hold. Might have gone into a suspend mode. Did it go to suspend? No, it says OBS still, so it didn't suspend. Alright, let's try nav mode again. Alright, 14,000, almost 15,000 feet, 15,000. Going up to 25,000, or flight level 250, as people that fly airliners would say. Or anybody that normally flies in the flight levels would say. Not me. Alright, landing light is off. Alright, we're going to Orny. Let's get this thing up to 25,000. Heading and nav mode are both still on. Is it going to turn left? Doesn't look like it. Alright, well, maybe he's still having autopilot issues in this thing. Yeah, it just blew through the course again. This was happening last time, right? I thought it had something to do with the RNAV, but I actually deleted the entire plane from my community folder and then installed the update. I deleted it from the folder, emptied my recycle bin, then launched the installer for the updated version. Hey, Solo. Yes, it is pressurized. Yep. Yeah, you have your whole ECS down here, so you have your cabin altitude selection here. This will show your cabin altitude climb rate and your pressure. Right now we're already pressurized, but yeah, it's down here. I didn't turn the oxygen on though, did I? Ah, there we go. Good thing it doesn't simulate you not having oxygen. Alright, so let's try this again with the intercepting. Nav mode is armed. It's on GPS mode here and over here on the 750. And we're about to cross over Orny. Okay, it's still not turning. It should like already be turning, I feel like. Yeah, still in heading mode. There's been a lot of problems in this thing with the autopilot, I feel like. Alright, let me just go direct to R rod. Oops, there we go. Direct to activate. Okay, now we're in nav mode. Oh, I didn't install... Actually, I wonder if I needed to install... No, so the GTN 750 has it's working for you. I do have it installed, right? The PM, yeah, I do. I have the GTN 750 installed, and I also have the working title extension installed for that for the TBM 850. So it should be behaving well. Anyway, the Direct 2 seemed to help out. Maybe it just got a bit confused when I activated a leg. Like while we were in we weren't technically in the hold yet though. I think that it thought we were going around to do the hold still. Anyway, let's pretend let's just say it's user error for now. Alright, about to hit flight level 200. Plenty of autopilot issues. The last time I had autopilot issues, I thought it was because of I had been playing around with the RNAV computer, the KNS-80 right here. Like the day before I had the issues. And I had been turning these off when I'm not using them too. I just turned this knob right here to off. But yeah, I'm not sure. I think it might just have to do with how many avionics are supported, like all these different configurations you can use. Rough Approach says, yeah, PMS50 may need to update the TBM 850 mod. Yep. Yeah, that is possible. Yep, Copilot Dog is here. I got the pit bull today. A good friend of mine in real life has a really cute pit bull named Gracie that she's the best. That's our Gracie for today. All right, 71 degrees in the cabin. Fuel is good. I should learn after the fuel exhaustion mishap a couple weeks ago to keep an eye on my fuel finally. All right, we're still in flight level change mode or IAS mode. 21.5, climbing 25. Outside air temperature is +7 still. Dude, how is it that warm? That seems really warm. Didn't we take off in Utah? All right, let's check our flight plan. I'm gonna go down here and check the waypoint info, get the arrival elevation. 6745 for the arrival elevation. So I'm just gonna put that, oh, that is in here already. So can I check my VNAV calculation already? Target waypoint is just our airport. There we go. All right. This is obviously not gonna be accurate while we're, as accurate while we're in the middle of a climb, but. All right, 11 miles until our waypoint here, Rod. Almost at flight level 230, and then we'll go to 250. I guess I can try the 850 mode. We're pretty high now, so I think it... Whoa, hold back a little bit there. We should be maxing out on our possible torque here soon, I think. They did have a note about that. Let me take a look at that. They made some performance changes as well. Let's see. Maximum torque of 150% at sea level, up to 105% at flight level 300. So it looks like the torque... It looks like the maximum torque has increased because at sea level, it says originally it was Oh wait, it says it was misquoted. So I don't know if that means that what they said was wrong or the actual performance of it was wrong before, but it says it was originally misquoted as from 130% at sea level up to a maximum of 90%. But it says that it's actually from 150% to 105%. So the range of torque is larger. Yeah, the range of difference between the numbers is much larger. 50, 90. Yeah, I guess that gives it... It was 40... It has a 45 degree range. Oh, it's just a little bit, right? All right, 30... So it's just like 5 degrees difference actually on the range. So I'm not sure if that just means that the documentation was wrong and the performance is the same. But it does say that it says maximum allowable torque of around 120% torque is attainable until around flight level 260. Sudden momentary changes in torque at high altitude were caused by a single miscalculated configuration value. So they made some improvements there. It says improved turbine engine dynamics. Torque decrease with altitude has been increased. That's kind of confusing. And now decreases from a maximum of 150% to 105% at flight level 300. All right, so we're at cruise now, and we're at, let's see how high we can get the torque up to at flight level 250. Yeah, we're at like 100 and, what would you say, 18, 117, 118%. And it looks like we might get a bit of a tailwind now. Nice. Turning into a decent tailwind. 32 knots. Can't see the actual crosswind component, but 286 on the ground speed. That'll probably pick up a little bit. Which web page am I looking at? I put a link to it in the video description. There's 2 different pages. So there's this change log. The one I linked down below is this one on the Just Flight website. And they summarize a lot of it here. And then there's a link up here that says the 1.1 update. If you click that link, it goes to this like change log that looks a bit more. It's a bit more detailed. Or this, you know, this is the nice version of that changelog. Maybe we should just mess with the weather during our en route part here, so we can. I think we'll need to be a lot higher. We'll probably need to be up at our ceiling, right? So for St. Elmo's Fire, it says, added St. Elmo's Fire and static discharge effects. When aircraft fly quickly through areas of charged particles like thunderstorms, the airframe can accumulate charge. When this becomes great enough, electrostatic discharges may occur over sharp areas such as the cockpit windshields. Static wicks or other sharp areas of the aircraft may also glow purple with corona discharge. So we do have a we have pretty good speed here since we're 32 knot tailwind, 326 knots ground speed right now. So let me mess with the weather. All right, live weather is off. And now let us I don't think I can add thunderstorm here, right? Do I have to add a wind? No. Alright, I'm just going to change to thunderstorms. I'm just going to change to storms here. Whoa. I know this is a bad idea while we're in the middle of flying, but whatever. We have to test it for science. Alright, negative 11 degrees. So it says we should see this when we're flying quickly through areas of charged particles like thunderstorms. Alright, so we're getting some of the icing effect already. I have windshield ice, anti-ice is off right now, and we don't have defrost on right now either. We're on normal or for defogging. So they did update the icing effect to start at the edges of the windows and work its way in. So that definitely looks like that's how it's happening. This is cool. This would be more noticeable, obviously, if I just kept low temperatures and then turn the... Oh, nice. Oh yeah, it's happening on this windshield, on the front one too. Or on the windshield and the side windows. I don't know the difference. The door windows. And the icing effects look cool. Alright, let's get into these clouds, get a little more of that. Help us out with that icing. Oh yeah, it's getting like a little blotchy in the middle too. We're at -8. Make it a little bit colder here. We're in this layer. Cloud layer. Oh, I guess I just change it. Right, I'll just change it here. I never mess with this stuff. Alright, we're at -17 now. Yeah, we'll check out the boots too, yeah. Yeah, they're on a little timer. Oh, dude, the icing effect looks so cool right now. I'm glad we're popping in and out of the clouds because you can really see it. Yeah, the change is nice where you can see it on like a light background and then a dark background. That's really cool. Alright, then we'll pop back into these clouds. Might actually need to climb or descend a little or just turn into these. And I don't see anything on the leading edge yet. Maybe a little bit. To see what that looks like too. And I'll just put in a visual approach here. What was our arrival runway estimate here? 27. Just put in a visual for 2.7 for now. And we're supposed to be at EB at 17.4, and then let's check down here. Final 7100. I'm just gonna get that in so I know when we can start down. B-calc. Alright, 7100. Right here on final. Alright, 4 minutes for our descent. So let's set that. Alright, and we'll just pay attention to that because we do not have VNAV in this guy. Ooh, soft ride. Let's get that. Oh, yaw damper's not on. Oops. Great job. Great job, Kip. So we're going to pull some of these, yeah, let's just increase the density here. Nice, we got actual thunder. I see our lightning up there. This is looking terrifying. Awesome. Alright, this will be just fine, everyone. Don't worry. Once again, I thought this this reflection of our speeds here, this little placard was an airport, a runway. It's like, oh hey, what's that down there? What airport is that? Yeah, let's see the anti-ice boots work. I haven't I don't know if I've seen the anti-ice boots work. I know what they look like when you turn them on. I'm gonna turn them on right now. Oh, inertial separator should probably be on too. Wait, we have airframe de-ice. Wait, there's not a separate wing anti-ice, is there? We just have prop and airframe, so I assume it's part of airframe de-ice. But I haven't seen these. Wait, do the boots actually animate now? I think they said they're improving it in the future. Oh, let me look at the, it says ice, let's see, airframe ice will remain when leading edge ice is shed. Inflating the de-icing boots with accurate sequencing. Oh, there it is, there it is. Okay, it does do that. Nice. Oh, and then it says the inner ones. Okay, so we're gonna have to accumulate some ice and see. Let me turn off. I guess that's I guess that's just airframe de-ice. Okay, back into it. Here we go. This turbulence is fine. We're going maximum speed. All right, this is probably a good idea to turn the 850 mode off for this. Going through thunderstorms at absolute maximum speed. Slow down a little bit. Oh no, we need to go fast because we're not going to get St. Elmo's fire. All right, we do need maximum speed. Ludicrous speed. Negative 11 degrees. It's not cold enough. All right, we need more cold. All right, negative 32. Oh, that's Fahrenheit. I thought it was in Celsius. Negative 34, all right. Either way. We need the cold. Come on, ice, let's go. Just have prop anti-ice on. I think I need the precipitation amount to be way higher, right? We're not even getting any rain here. 1.18. Snow depth, sure. Snow cone mode activated. Let's check our descent here. All right, 1,400 feet required now. We are going really fast, so we need actual lightning. There was lightning up ahead. We saw it in the distance. I don't know if we've gone through that section yet, though. Lightning percent is at 100. She's just chilling. She's fine. Come on, give us the light show. Negative 52 degrees Celsius. Precipitation is maxed out. Alright, there's some lightning. It looks like it's like trying to ice up, but it's not quite icing up again. Maybe we should turn our strobe light off. It's not really interfering. A little bit. They recommend turning it off, don't they? There, let's get rid of that. What am I doing wrong here with the cloud layers? So I need to make this like more condensed, like this or something. Lightning percent. Precipitation is maxed out. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. Anybody? More wind? Oh yeah, more tailwind. Yeah, let me see if I can do more tailwind. Gust from. Okay, that looks right. We're headed pretty much straight east. 38 knots, 40 knots, ludicrous speed, 60. Oh, we're exceeding. Slow down a little. Oh. I thought I saw some icing. Rudy, thanks for joining the Couch Captains. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Pick up your carton of cigarettes. Oh, cold cabin temperature. You get your carton of cigarettes. Remember, from now on every flight, you can be penalized and removed from the Couch Captains if you do not force all passengers to be smoking at all times. If your passengers run out of cigarettes, it's on you, and no, Couch Captains will not reimburse you for the cost of those cigarettes. Anyway, thanks, man. Enjoy your stool. Enjoy your cow udder emote badge that you'll have for 30 days until you graduate to a proper chair. Let's turn on the cabin temperature. Bleed high. There we go. 45 degrees in here. I think I'm just bad at setting this up. Like, what am I doing wrong here? I have it set to storm. Should I set it to rain? No, it needs to be storm. We need thunderstorms to get St. Elmo's. Maybe I'm not high enough? I mean, we're fast enough. I think. We have 367 knots. We have a 68 knot tailwind basically right now. 25,000 feet. Humidity way up. Temperature negative 20 degrees. Okay. Oh. Negative 30. We're at negative 72 degrees outside. Oh, our torque is... Oh, the entire engine's going to explode. Let me... That definitely messed our engine up. I might have to turn this on and restore our engine. Let's see. It's going to be at like 50% or something bad. Oh, 100%. All right. Come on, icing. And it's just like not... I'm going to switch it to rain temporarily. Whoa. Okay, it didn't end the flight. That's surprising. I'm going to switch it to rain. It's negative 22 degrees. I want to see the ice boots work, and I want to see St. Elmo's fire. What's up, Bruno? How you doing? First time I seen you online. I have to tell you your videos about IFR Caravan and the GNS 530 helps me a lot in my career. Now I have a job. Thanks. No way. You're making it up. My videos are not allowed to be used for real world training there, Bruno. But with that said, congratulations. What am I allowed to say here? Congratulations on the progression in your career, sir. I'm glad you enjoy my entertainment purpose only Microsoft Flight Simulator videos where I press buttons and don't know how to fly a real airplane myself in real life. Yes, we have icing again. Okay. Now, how... Oh, it's gone already. Oh, no. I've been using them for real-world training. Well, read the disclaimer, sir. I mean, at least with aviation, it's not like you can just, like, walk up and hop into any airplane, you know? Thankfully, there's some gates you have to go through. That would be terrifying if you could actually do that. Just go, like, get a plane and just bring it to an airport and go. Let me bring this cloud level up a little bit here. All right, we're almost at our arrival airport here, but we're just going to keep going straight. We have to do this. 331 knots. All right, we're getting icing again. Excellent. As expected. So we're getting icing on the windows briefly. Yep, still there. See how much it can build up. Looks like there's a little bit happening on the wings. I mean, they're definitely wet looking. Very shiny. I just tell the pilots I'm subscribed. They'll let me in the cockpit. Was it one of you guys that was saying like, the like dad joke thing or whatever? Like you get in. Oh, I played Microsoft Flight Simulator for 20 minutes in the 737, and as they board the plane, they like peek in the flight deck and they're like, "Hey, you guys need any help landing this thing? Let me know." I got 24 minutes in Flight Sim 2020. You guys need a real pilot up there? Just let me know. All right, this icing's getting pretty good. She's almost invisible. Nice, we got on the cabin windows too. I have the icing, the airframe ice off. I don't know, does it actually show the ice like breaking off? That was me the other night. Oh yeah. You've actually witnessed it? I thought you were just like saying it was just a hypothetical. You actually witnessed it? Wait, what did the guy actually say? Did he say like, I flight sim a lot. You want me to help you for real? Let me know. Did he quote his number of hours in the sim? I think I'm the worst at setting the weather. I feel like we should be like completely covered in ice. I guess I switched back to rain, right? Let me check the humidity and... No lightning. We might as well do full lightning. Ooh, low temperatures. Precipitation wasn't maxed out either. In the screenshot they had, the icing was getting kind of nuts. It was like very, very white, like thick ice all the way around the edges. I mean, I have the prop de-ice on. I'm guessing that's fine. This is... Maybe it's too warm in the cabin? Let's turn this back to auto and let the cabin get cooler. Down to like 40 degrees or whatever. I guess that might be a reason for the icing not being... not happening here. Alright, we're dropping fast. 66 degrees. Let's just turn this cabin temperature down to 15. 64. Alright, we'll wait for that cold light to turn on. Sorry, girl. Sorry. You'll be fine. This is a lot of time commitment to try to get this ice going. And we still don't have St. Elmo's fire, but we're going 320 knots. Could add more of a tailwind. All right, 21 knot tailwind. $40 knot tailwind. We've exceeded our torque. That looks pretty good. More power. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm just failing here. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. We have plenty of rain. Plenty of clouds. Is it density? And more layers of mega density. Let's give it another layer. It's negative 59 degrees Celsius. It is 44 degrees in the cabin. Do I need to slow down to let the ice accumulate? Are we just going too fast? Yeah, I overshot the airport. Yeah, I just switched to heading mode. We gotta see this. We gotta see this ice happening. I'm gonna slow us down. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm just trying to ice it up, and I'm apparently doing something wrong. Okay, the kind of ice was starting to ice up a little bit. Let me turn the winds way lower now. And we don't have any rain or anything on our... Maybe it's just we're going way too fast. We were going way too fast. Yeah, I'm just failing here. Something is wrong. Everything is... It's just being too nice. Like, do I turn the prop de-ice off? It's negative 59 degrees, and supposedly this is rain. Let's go back to just the default storm. In real life, it's too cold for ice accretion under most circumstances, but not sure if the sim replicates that. Alright, we're at negative 21 now. Right, because it has to be, like, wet enough, right? So if it's too cold, then there's nothing to stick. I'm so bad at icing. Alright, it's coming back. It's coming back. Kip then realizes he interrupted the update. The plane doesn't even have the feature yet. No, I installed it. No, this is the update. Because we got this. This is working. For our doggy. Definitely got the update. That would suck though. Forgot to bring a box of cinnamon rolls. No cinnamon rolls, no icing. That's the rule, huh? I don't know why I'm like expecting to see like rain all over everything. Like see actual rain hitting the windshield. Alright, icing. So I don't know if they showed a screenshot of icing on the wings, did they? It says... inflating the de-icing boots were added. Ice on the windows will crystallize. Airframe ice will remain when the leading edge ice is shed. So we should be able to see ice on the leading edge. Heated cowlings will de-ice separately. Oh no, I hit that T key again. And I forget how to get out of it. Alright, we're back. Okay, I mean we keep getting good ice on the windshields. I guess I can turn on the airframe and just see if anything changes out here. It's still quite shiny. Yeah, I haven't actually seen like ice accumulate on the actual leading edge though. Alright, let's just go do a landing. This is getting kind of, never mind. It's kind of nice. It's getting pretty good in here. At least all this science allowed me to catch up on my tragically slow ATR. So I'm not sure that the ice boots show the accumulation of ice on the leading edge or not. Like maybe there's a performance change, but I don't know that you visually see it. Obviously we see the windshield icing. Here, let's turn the windshield de-icing on. Alright, I'm gonna go back to live weather. Hopefully this doesn't crash me. Alright, let's go back to this airport and see how the landing feels. It's actually right below us. I kind of turned around. So it is down there somewhere. Is that it over there? Where is it? Below us to the left. Right there. There we go. Alright, so I started the descent already. And our landing field elevation was, what, 7,000 feet or something like that? What's up, Mac? Bummer that you're late. You haven't really missed much. I took off. I tried to get the thing to ice up like crazy. We tried to get St. Elmo's fire, but failed. So yeah, I'm going to come in for the first landing with the new aerodynamics in just a minute. We'll see how that goes. The new update, I don't know. Well, you can toggle the co-pilot on by clicking the little switch over here, so that's amazing. You just hit this crew music switch and it toggles your co-pilot visibility on. You can put wheel chocks on or off by going to the back and clicking back here in the cargo area. Also pretty cool. And there's a lot of aerodynamic improvements. So I experienced it on takeoff so far. We had like a small crosswind from the right on takeoff. It felt like a large crosswind. So it's, I mean, most likely it's just more realistic and I'm not used to it being realistic. So it was very noticeable. And there's some new icing effects as well. So we just saw the ice like forms on the outside of the windows first and then creeps in towards the middle. There's now ice boots that inflate and alternate between the outer part from the edge like towards the fuselage. So that's new. I guess I can turn that off now. And there's supposed to be less floating when you come in for a landing. You're supposed to be able to kind of set it down on the runway a little easier with less floating. So we're going to see how that goes right now. I just need to get down to 7,000 feet. Or on final, we'll be at 7,000 feet. And I'm just going to do a 180 here all the way back around. Just using the visual approach here. Unsuspend. That's interesting. I didn't know it said unsuspend. All right, we're still in heading mode. Do the visual for 2.7. Let it recalculate all that. All right, almost under 18,000, so we will switch to local altimeter setting. It says it's 2992 still. Yeah, I guess it's 2992. Can't wait for better physics in Flight Sim 2024. All I want is shared cockpit. I know I say that every single stream. It's all I want. I mean, they're only going to ever improve it, so yeah. All right, let's just turn towards our course here. I go down faster. See what our vertical speed required is anyway. 78, 80. We'll probably have to like do another 180 or 360. Um, 7,100 on final, 7,900 at straight. 3,000 required. Alright, we're just gonna do another 360 here. And we'll see how the floatiness feels. Is that the field right out there? Right in front of us, yeah. Looks like it's right over there. Maybe? Right here? Oh yeah, what is over there? It's right here. I'm blind. Alright, let's keep this turning around. We're at 13,000 feet. Get my landing light on early. Vertical speed required 2,300 now. And we should go down to 7,100 ultimately. Alright, bug is there. Nav mode is set. And we can slow down our descent a little bit. Just watching the VSR over here. 1,600 feet per minute. Got us pretty much at idle. As idle as we can get without it squealing at us. Alright, 1,500 feet per minute. It's pretty amazing how much... wait, how long has this been out? Has it been 2-ish weeks? 2 or 3 weeks? Something like that? And they've already made a major update? Just awesome. I hadn't really followed how many updates Black Square made to like the analog caravan in the past. I could probably look that up, but I mean, even if this is the only major update that's done, it's like, it's really impressive how quickly they put that out. Alright, nav mode. Alright, nav mode is captured. Just gonna hit approach mode a little early. Yaw damper and soft rider both on. 10,000 feet. Landing lights already on. Oh, there we go. Now we're 3027. So when you get under 18,000, it doesn't automatically give you the local altimeter. All right, 3028 now, I guess. It's kind of interesting. I wonder when... I don't know the exact altitude that you can actually get the local altimeter. All right, we're going to 1,200 feet per minute now, based on the VSR right here. And we're already pretty slow. We can put our gear and flaps down because we're under 200 knots. I believe it's 200 knots. Where's gear? Landing gear extended maximum. Oh, 178, sorry. 178 and 128. All right. So we are at like 175, so I'm going to get the gear out. That's going to help as a speed brake. And we'll get the first notch of flaps out. And we got a big right-hand turn coming, it looks like. Wait, what is go... Two Shallots is all the way over there. Oh, I guess our runway is here? Is this all messed up? Okay, no. I think we're good. He landed on a parallel runway, I think. Or an intersecting runway. 7,800, 900 feet per minute. All right. Inertial separator on. $8,200 feet. Oh, he landed on 2.7. Okay. I was just like, for a sec, I don't trust the autopilot completely now. Now that I've had a couple of issues with it, I'm just like, Alright, inertial separator is on. Alright, let's just go autopilot and yaw damper off. You're a little low, it feels like. Alright, how are the winds looking? 7 knots from the front left of the nose here. Giving it a lot of trim forward right now with my honeycomb.
500.
I just keep rolling it. It's like not fast enough. It doesn't react fast enough. So I got a lot of kind of a bunch of forward pressure on it still. Pretty gusty. This is challenging. I feel like I'm just like getting tossed. Oh, pretty long landing.
Landing time logged.
All right. That was, I don't know if I would say it feels less floaty or not, but I feel like the winds affect it so much more than before, it feels like. That was not the smoothest landing there. Felt like I was just getting blown around a lot. That was some float there. Oh, get some roof. Oh my god, that sounds so good right now, actually. I wasn't watching the winds after I called out the 7 knots, like, pretty early on final there. So I don't know how much it went down, but it felt like kind of a lot. But it probably wasn't. It's probably like a few knots. I mean, whatever changes they made, it definitely feels like it's just more noticeable. I mean, this is what's more realistic than, man, flying is really hard. All right, oxygen can go off now. Nav and strobe are on. Taxi's on. And this was already on auto. I had set that already. That's good. It's up here for us. Get a lot more feedback in real life. Yeah. Yeah. More than 0. Your landing was god awful. Oh wait, are you guys all in already? I only see bait. I only see I only see shallots. I only see Chris. Yeah, I haven't seen the rest of you guys since we took off. I guess the multi... You know, there was a dev update today, right? So that means they probably patched some things. Even without a client update, maybe. And now the multiplayer problems are back. I don't know. Oh, you're right behind me. Yeah, I don't know. This didn't happen the last couple streams. Last couple streams were really good as far as multiplayer goes. I think what I want to do is just do a couple circuits around here instead of doing another full flight. You guys, oh, you see me too. Oh, you only see me as well. Yeah, okay. Doesn't seem like an only me problem, so that's good. Yeah, since I've already been streaming almost 2 hours now, we spent a lot of that time playing with the ice, it feels like. I think I just want to do a couple circuits around here. Just at this airport and just play around with yeah, just see how the 850 feels, try to get a little better. See how the second takeoff feels. I'm gonna go stop over here to get our OnAir Company money though. All right, we'll just do a quick shutdown. Flaps are up. Let's see, this goes back to manual. To feather the prop. All right, prop is feathered.
Engine
Cut
uptime
off.
log.
I know I'm
The
supposed to
flight is
wait
finished.
like 15 seconds or
It has
something,
been
but
monitored by OnAir.
yeah, no. For the sake of time. All the switches off, switches off, switches off. All right, OnAir Company, landing rate negative 93 feet per minute. So that was pretty good as far as feet per minute. I was off center line quite a bit though. It felt a little sketchy at the end, but yeah, I'll take those stats. Feels good. All right, that was a quick 1,500 credits. All right, done with the OnAir Company for now. Let's just fly around this airport a little bit and then call it a night. See how these other takeoffs feel. All right, close that out. And let's just get it all started back up again. We can do on the GPU this time. Ignition's on auto, starter's off. Strobe and nav are on. No need for oxygen this time. All right, boost pump on, manual. All right, starter on. We'll just get this stuff all on too. All right. Oh, I did something wrong, right? 18%. What did I do wrong? Boost pump is on. Why are we only at 18%? I introduced fuel. All right, this happened to me once before, I think. Parking brake, starter is on. The starter should still be on. Battery's off. Inertial separator's on. I guess the separator can be off. GPU and auto fuel selection's not on. What did I do? Starter's on. Oh, ignition was off. Ah! That will do it. Yep, Dave, nice call. Ignition, yep. Ignition was set to off instead of auto. All right, there we go. 20%. All right, 54%. Starter's off. Generator's on. Power to battery. Taxi light on. High idle. And let's set the OBS for the runway. What, did I land on 2.7? No, I think Chris landed on 2.7, right? We did... I already forgot. Oh yeah, we did 2.7. So I'll just set it to 270. 270. All right. So we got our OBS on. For that, stall. And pitot heat. There we go. Aux boost pump is on still. Auto. Parking brake. All right. Parking brake's off. All right. Let's go play around a little bit more. See how weird these takeoffs feel. You move over here, just... go back to 2.7 over this way. Yeah, that windsock is getting some action. Looks like, what, 6, 7, 7-ish knots? 7, 8 knots maybe? 3 knots per colored section of the windsock. Oh, this is 2-1 over here. Alright, well, whatever. We'll do 2-1. Windsock's mostly pointing towards us, so this will be fine. Just me and Chris and no one else. It's so weird we can't see you guys. It's such a bummer. Alright, let's see how this feels. Flaps are set for takeoff, and let me check the trim position again. Okay, that's about where it was before. I think it was like right here, maybe. That felt fine. I remember before, I think it was set to like down here. Like pretty much in the middle, or maybe even more towards this notch right here. But the takeoff felt pretty normal to me. Right, 60 knots. Or sorry, 40 knots, 50 knots. 60, 75. Already coming up, 80. I feel like I need more nose up on the pitch trim. A little more nose up would be good. Yeah, I think the winds might have been more favorable right there than they were the other time. We have an 8 knot, mostly headwind right now, a little bit from the right side, but that was a much easier takeoff, like easier to stay aligned to the runway than that last one. On our departure from the other airport, as soon as I lifted off, I noticed we had like a 4 or 5 knot crosswind, and I definitely felt that. All right, let's turn out to the left here. Already 1,600 feet up. I'm gonna push that nose down. Alright, I'm gonna line up for 2.7 again. That's what I have set in my OBS. And we are very high. I haven't done any traffic pattern stuff in a TBM. It's gonna be a little challenging. I feel like I can't use my Bravo throttle quadrant trim wheel for this plane. It just doesn't react fast enough. Like I'm just using it the whole time. I'm just rolling that wheel like the entire time I'm flying this thing. I never seem to really get to neutral. So I'm using some other shortcuts I have on the base of my flight stick, which I also have set for pitch trim, like a faster mode. Alright, let me start slowing down. I need to be a lot lower than this anyway. We're like 2,500 feet up. The airport was at like 7,000 feet, something like that. What's up, Jerry? We're flying the TBM 850. It just got an update tonight, or earlier today, so we're checking out some of the features. They made a lot of changes to the aerodynamics, so it feels like I'm flying a different plane, kind of. It's definitely pretty gusty. Like, I don't know the details of every little thing they changed. Like, they said they made a lot of aerodynamics improvements. Definitely feel like we get thrown around a lot more. Is the turn coordinator on this thing backwards or something? It feels like it's backwards almost. So like we have the ball right here and then a little digital ball right here at the bottom of the attitude indicator. And every time I step on it, it goes the other direction, or it's like really sensitive. Like I'm stepping left right now. Yeah, okay, they're opposite of each other, that's why. That is so weird. So the ball is to the right a little. Now it's centered. So I'm not doing any rudder input right now. So the ball's a little bit to the right. I mean, it's pretty much just centered now. I mean, obviously I'm not in a turn, so nothing crazy is happening now. But when I was in the turn, I felt like when I was stepping on it, it was going the opposite direction. I'll have to try it in the next turn. All right, well, our flaps are fully down. Gears down. We're a little fast here, we're like 90 knots. What are the landing? I think the general landing speed in this is like 75 to 85. Is that right? It's where that thicker white arc is, isn't it? All right, winds right now look like 8 knots from the front left. Mostly from the front, a little bit from the left. Get straight here. I'm gonna take off again. Yeah, 2.7 is a little more challenging. Got a little wind from the left. Alright, flaps are coming up. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot more roll happening. Actually, do any of you guys know, are you supposed to have the yaw damper on without autopilot? realize I don't have the inertial separator on. Like the Grand Caravan, you only put the yaw damper on when you're using autopilot. I wonder if I should have that on after I take off and right before I touch down. Turn it off at like 100 feet. You do turn it on after takeoff? Okay. It works independently of the autopilot. Yeah, I think it's the Grand Caravan where like it only functions with the autopilot. Alright, so see how the turn coordinator ball is deflecting. I'm making a left turn. The ball is in the middle right here. But this like digital, I assume this is the digital turn coordinator, right? This one is centered. This one is deflected far to the left. So if I push left rudder, like I'm expecting to need to, look at the ball. The like analog ball is swaying really hard to the right. All right, thanks, Big Mac. Dave scared the shit out of me. He was looking at my plane very close up. He flew right above me, high speed, low pass. Didn't see it coming. Nice. Do these things ever work correctly? Oh, the turn coordinator. I think I mean, in the Grand Caravan, it's fine. The G1000 one seems to be okay. And the analog ones I've used before seem to be okay too, like in the steam gauge Cessna. I don't know how, realistic they are or whatever, but generally when I'm, banked left, the ball sways to the left and I need to give it left rudder to coordinate it, and then the ball will center up if I do it correctly. Whether it's more or less sensitive than it should be, regardless of that, it does behave the way I'm expecting it to. But this one just seems to be centered. It doesn't seem to react really. It doesn't seem to react correctly to me, to my rudder input when I'm in a turn. All right, let's slow down, get our gear and flaps out. Flaps one. You don't think they're implemented realistically? Yeah, this one seems to be buggy because it doesn't even deflect the way I expect it to when I step on the rudders. You split the audio so you don't hear the engine sounds in the cockpit. Only FS realistic. That sounds cool. I haven't used FS realistic for a while. But that's cool that you can do that. I would like to be able to like split some of the audio myself, like nav 1 to left channel, nav 2 to right channel, or comm 1 and 2 split left and right channel would be really cool. Not that we really want to use in-game ATC, but every now and then I still do. So let's see, I'm in the turn. I'm banked at 30 degrees roughly right now. And the ball is just automatically centered. But the other indicator right here is not. The digital one is not. So I don't know what to expect.
Sync rate.
Ooh. Ooh. I mean, I definitely feel like hand flying this is way harder than it was before. It's funny, I'm doing like a 8-mile legs here. But I was going like 200 knots after takeoff, so giving myself plenty of time to slow down. Yeah, I feel like the stick input, maybe it's just the wind condition. I mean, it's got to be a combination. Like right now it says we have 7 knots right across the nose, like, or right straight ahead, like 7 knot straight up headwind. Like right aligned with us according to the HSI down there. Right here, 7 knots. Maybe a little off the left. But yeah, Got a lot of stick input going on. Hey, you guys can't even see that I do because I have that off. Alright, getting a little more of a crosswind, but alright, one more touch and go. Gear, flaps. All right, 700 feet. That's already 1,000 feet. So we want to do about 1,500 feet in a turboprop, don't we? I'm not even really doing a base leg here. I just keep the turn going all the way around. Or a crosswind leg. All right, full stop this time. You changed your trousers from Dave saying hello. And I wish I could see the rest of you guys. It's just me and Chris here from my point of view still. Maybe it'll be fixed this weekend for a group flight, hopefully. It's like every flight is a group flight. Alright, get my gear down. Trimming constantly. Doesn't seem to really do too much. Just because of how slow it happens. Oh, I'm very, very high. Oh no. Alright, let's try this slipping out. There we go. 4,000 feet per minute, 3,500, 3,000. No problem. Slip rate. I landed right through you. Sorry, man.
Don't sink, don't sink, don't sink.
Alright, slip completed. Winds pick up a little bit. Let's see. 8 knots. This is my worst approach yet. Sweet. All right. Yeah, this is it feels very, very different than it did before. I feel like I was on easy mode before. I'm really interested to see what people say, people who fly for real and people who have been simming a lot longer than I have, like what they say about the new aerodynamics on this thing. It's gonna be interesting. Is somebody flying a 747 around? Is that what's happening? Oh yeah, JJ. JJ said, stepping away for almost a year humbles you quick. I have to relearn so much in the A320 and the 172. Feel like a new dude. I felt mostly the same way when I kind of came back. Was that like a month and a half ago? 2 months ago now? All right, we're just gonna use this runway. Yeah, I felt the same way. Yes, that's true, Falcon. It's not called a PPL, but that's just, yeah, generally what people seem to call it. Correct or not, it seems like there's a lot of people that call it that. It's not technically a license per se. Trying to get over here to Chris. See him up close before we call it a night. Crazy how much I forgot basic stuff too. Flying from Denver to that airport redeemed my awful landing on our flight. Nice. Are you flying what are you flying right now? I don't know if you're with us, like if you flew along today or not, because I can't see anybody except for Chris. I like how Chris is just parked over here in the grass. I really wanted to try that off-road vehicle. I think that'd be really fun. Maybe I'll cave and buy it from the Parallel 42 site. I was really hoping it would show up in the marketplace today with the update today, but it is not yet in the marketplace. Oh, the A320. Oh, on this flight. Nice. Yeah, I saw a few of you guys when I took off, and then all of a sudden everyone disappeared and nobody has returned. Microsoft things. Kevin, if you're in the chat, thanks for subbing, dude. All right, that's pretty fun. All right, yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on Reddit and stuff, and I'm curious what people are gonna say about this. There's probably a bunch of comments about it already, just about the improvements they made, and yeah, I'm curious to see if people think they're realistic or not. It definitely feels more difficult to hand fly this thing for sure. I don't know that it feels less floaty to me or not, but it definitely just like overall feels more difficult to fly, which hopefully is due to it being more realistic. But yeah, too bad we all disappeared. Yeah, it's a bummer. Just gonna turn all the things off. Yeah, sorry I couldn't see you guys. That is a bummer for sure. Hopefully, hopefully this weekend when we fly more, it'll be better. Crash it, crash bar, ignition off. Yeah, it remembers everything, so I need to go through and turn all these switches off. Radio master's off. That is off. Off and auto off. That's reset. That is also reset. It should be off and on manual, which it is. And then pull out the fuel stop here. And turn the dog off. There we go. Alright, sweet. Alright, guys. Felt like a really short stream, but it wasn't. It was like over 2 hours, almost 2.5 hours. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I'm curious to see what people think when they... If you guys didn't get a chance to fly it here, I'm curious what you think after you give it a try. And I'm going to go check out Reddit and eat some late dinner and see what people think about the update. But it seems pretty cool. I'll see you guys this weekend. I'll figure out somewhere on worldtours.flight or worldtour.flights, that website. I'll probably pull something from there. I don't know if I'll do that Saturday or Sunday because I want to get a VATSIM flight in as well. I might end up doing VATSIM on Saturday. We'll see. Maybe an impromptu one tomorrow night. I have no idea. Anyway, I'll see you guys at least at the earliest or at the latest this weekend. But good to see y'all. Delta. Oh, hey, Words, what's up? Have they improved the Pelican flight model? The Halo dropship? I haven't flown it since it came out, but I think you're joking. That is a good question, though. And JJ, good to see you too. Raccoon, take it easy. Dave, have a good one. Have a good night. And Mike, or Chris, sorry, nice flying with you. Feel bad I didn't see everyone else, but all right, guys, have a good night. See you in a day or two. Peace. Oh, I mean, you have to do like the fade up of music, right? See ya. All right, see you guys.